An article in today's New York Post reveals the growing contrast between our online and real lives. Social media users are spending more money than ever to look Pinterest perfect. The article profiles a woman named Jasmine who's accumulated $3,400 in credit card debt to maintain her shiny life with her 5,000 Instagram followers. I have a side of my apartment that I photograph, and it's perfect. The other side is always a mess, she wrote. She even considers it important to always have a fridge full of La Croix and coconut water for my pictures, and admits that writing this makes me realize just how insane it all is. It's not just the money. People's actual experiences are taking a back seat to how it's going to play on the internet. Do a Google search for GoPro proposal. And not only will you find the site GoProProposal.com, but 475,000 other entries. People are hiring professional crews to film their question popping. Forget about wedding expenses. You'll be in debt before the engagement. All to get clicks and likes. We're living double lives. One's a prince and the other's a pauper. And sadly, never the twain shall meet. Michael, this may be you. What if your Instagram followers knew what your apartment really looked like?
I actually do have an Instagram account, and I have a low number of followers, so I hope that people watching this, without me spending any money, will become followers of mine. It's just pictures of my daughter.
You're going to get a lot tonight. A lot of followers.
It's actually locked because I don't want people that watch the show looking at pictures of my daughter.
I see.
To be honest.
Well, you'll get
no offense. I'm actually a huge offense to the people watching the show, but you know that's.
So you have the opposite problem. See, people are. Do you understand the motivation that people want to show their best sides, and it's causing stress?
Well, I mean, to some extent. I mean, it's a bigger version of making somebody photograph you from the right side, right? I mean, you want to look your best. But the woman who's talking there is we used to call that like mental illness. The idea that like you're spending thousands of dollars to like things in her. Is she taking pictures with the refrigerator open, by the way?
Yeah.
She's like, I need to have the right things in my refrigerator for the photographs. Like, I want to see her photographs. Is it just her sitting in front of her refrigerator?
There's a lot of cooking and lunch preparation on these social media sites.
I don't get it. I don't understand.
You've got all the accounts, right, Liz?
My Instagram's private. My Twitter is public. Facebook's for the show.
Interesting.
Very
so you divide it.
interesting.
It's all part of like marketing, right? Do you have any place just for friends to talk about
just Instagram. But all these people who are doing what you just outlined,
yes,
it's ridiculous and it's slightly pathetic on many different levels. I mean, if you have to talk about what a great life you're living, are you really living that
life?
Yes,
I am.
Yeah. Yes, you are.
Yes, I am.
Well, yes, you are.
When you were in Beetlejuice. Anyhow.
Why do you always wait to talk until Bonnie starts talking,
I know.
Rich?
Did I cut you?
No, because the minute my voice happens, he's like, oh, wait, she's going to get something in. Let me jump.
No, I'm sorry if I cut you off. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No.
It's just something I noticed, Rich. It's interesting. You'll have a look at it.
You're right, I will. Thank you, Dr. Tom. But the fact that you're yelling at us is very intimidating, too, okay?
Okay, look, Bonnie, do you think that shouldn't people, why don't they just take, instead of worrying about downgrading their online presence to match their life, why not upgrade your life to live up to your online presence?
One time I was depressed for months, never got out of bed. No one noticed. And I realized my real life is not that great. No one's noticing when I'm depressed.
But you have to, you know, being a comedian, you got to get on there in the social networks and you got to tell them what's going on, right?
Well, you know what it is? It's, for me, the social network thing is not as important as I'm a mother. So that's where the real judgment comes in. I have to have a certain cleanliness to my home. I, put a certain kind of juice in my daughter's lunch.
That's right.
It's all very like, I hope no one notices that, I'm not, I'm just barely treading water.
That's, in this article it said there's no one more stressed than the moms.
The moms, you go out to the, it's the bus and everybody's checking you out and...
Isn't that because...
I don't let them know that I'm about to go right back to bed. You know what I mean? I'm like, well, I got a full day of stuff. I'm just ready to go to the gym and
Rich, is it because women are more judgmental than men? Is that why the moms are so stressed out about it?
Maybe I should have cut her off before that She is out of her mind when it comes to, like, cleaning the house and how having everything. No one comes over. No one comes over.
It could happen.
No one comes over. Maybe the FedEx guy, like, hey, you want to come in? Because I just cleaned. No one cleaned. And anybody that puts all this crap on Instagram and all that stuff, no one cares. I'm not praying for your kitten. No one cares about you. I blame Andy Warhol. Everybody shouldn't have 15 minutes.
Well,
you don't deserve it.
Well, what you have are these people streaming their engagements and things like that. So, oh, look at me in Boca Raton where my fiance just gave me a 5-carat ring that was hidden in the molten chocolate cake, and then 3 days later your body turns up in a suitcase. This is not what we need.
I was jealous. I mean, what do you want me to say?
Rich, you say Andy Warhol, but do you remember a young comedian named Dane Cook?
Yes.
Before Dane Cook, it seemed like we could all keep to ourselves as comics and just go do our work in the comedy clubs. But then all of a sudden, we all became marketing machines on these devices, right?
And this is what's driving me nuts, because you have to, as a comic and a guy of my status, a legend, a genius, I'm spending time.
Rich, they just put Rich Voss comedian under your name. It's supposed to say legend.
I know. Thank you.
Is that what you asked for?
That's what I get. But I have to create. Now I'm a promoter too. Enough with, you know what I mean?
Would a regular comedian wear this hat? No.
Listen, I grew a beard. I grew a beard. I thought I was on CNBC. Anyhow, whatever.
I don't even know what that means, Rich.
Like one of the liberal shows. Anyhow. Yes, I tweet.
He's taking ladies.
You're asking me a question.
Nailed it.
Wonder Woman had a good one. I wanted with her stupid bulletproof vest dress. That's good. All right. What I'm saying is, I just want to do comedy. I want to do comedy. I'm not a promoter. You know what I mean? Now we got to go from being a comic to promoters. Do you see what I'm saying?
It does add a level of stress. It does.
But
it's a new world, Rich. You got to keep up, right?
Oh, well, thank you, Dad.